All right, today we're going to solve x squared plus 2x minus 143 equals 0 by factoring. So let's get our brackets out. An a value of 1 helps us immensely because it tells us that the first term in each bracket will be an x. And now remember the game that we play here. We want a number that multiplies to our c value of negative 143 and adds to our b value of 2. Now, I know what you're thinking. What are the factors of 143? It's not immediately obvious unless you know your 13 times tables. So let's just list the factors of 143. 1 and 143 doesn't help us much. And how about 13 and 11? Right, 13 times 10 is 130. 13 more brings us to 143. So 13 and 11 are factors of 143. And believe it or not, these are our only factors of 143. So we're going to have to use this one. And we're trying to multiply to a negative number and add to a positive number too. So our bigger of the two, 13, will have to be positive, while our smaller of the two, 11, will have to be negative. So let's fill that in. Plus 13 minus 11. Let's check quickly with the FOIL method. First, outer, inner, last. First, x times x equals x squared. Outer, x times negative 11 equals negative 11x. 13 times x equals 13x. And 13 times negative 11, as we just determined, equals negative 143. All right, combine like terms, you get 2x, x squared plus 2x minus 143. Checks out. But we're not done because these are our factors, but we're trying to solve an equation. Remember, these are set equal to 0. So what we need are the values of x that zero out our equation. So in this case, it will be negative 13, right? Negative 13 plus 13 equals 0. So then this bracket becomes 0, which zeroes out this bracket when it's multiplied by it. And positive 11 as well. So these are going to be our two solutions. And what these represent are x-intercepts in the end, because of course they are values of x that cause the equation to zero out, our y value, as it were, to equal 0. Now, this is a little bit of a tricky one to graph, but really, all equations graph the same. It's just a matter of scale. I mean, we're going to label our intercepts, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All the way back here at negative 13 is where we cross the x-axis once. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And all the way over here is where we cross the x-axis again. We know our y-intercept is, of course, our c value, negative 143, which we'll just label here. There's no way to do it to a good scale, and I'd need about 5 more pieces of paper, wouldn't I? So then we draw the graph. The curve looks something like this. The axis of symmetry should be a little bit more over here because, of course, we're dealing with 13 and 11. Something like that. And there we go.